Good evening, Jai Gurudev. How's everyone doing? So, welcome to the next episode of Keeping It Simple with Prashant Rajore. And it's nice to have you here. In a short while, we will be joined by Dhruv, and Dhruv, I heard, is ready with his next set of questions. The good thing about these questions and answers is I don't know what the questions are. So, people send the questions directly to Dhruv, and he selects those questions and then asks me. So it is all unprepared, impromptu answers, spontaneous answers. So Dhruv is here and he has sent me a request. I have accepted. In a few moments he will be with us. And if you have any questions for today, you can put it in the chat box here and Dhruv will read them and ask those questions. So welcome Dhruv. Nice to have you here. Yesterday was Dhruv's birthday, so we can all wish him also. Happy birthday, Dhruv.
Thank you.
And on July 5th, he became exactly 35. So good. Welcome, Dhruv. And do you want to have any starting comments before we start?
No, Bhaiya, I just want everyone to know that we enjoy your questions, keep sending them, and I take them during the week so they can send it anytime. And I compare. So that's all.
Very good, Dhruv. So are you ready with your set of questions?
Yes, Bhaiya, absolutely.
Yeah, good.
Okay. So we'll start with the first question. So it says, in my village, Puri Garhwal, Uttarakhand, some people dance in music claiming some god comes into them in those particular music. I'm just curious, are there different levels of existence which we cannot?
Yeah, there are different layers of existence, levels of existence, which we cannot this. And I heard Gurudev say once, that when the consciousness, that higher consciousness affects you or you attract that consciousness will never speak. It will be a very silent expression of that consciousness. The expression will be in different forms. Some vibration may happen, some shaking may happen, some tears may happen, laughter will happen, but it is always speechless, without any words. So he says, then you can say that it is that supreme consciousness which has come. If words come, Gurudev says it's a very strong possibility that it is some different soul which has come, and it can be also psychological also. We don't know. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, the next question is, I want to move to a service attitude. I want to be a good servant. How to do that? I get lazy at times.
Yeah, so the only way is start serving. You can't say that I will have the service attitude first and then I will be able to do service. You cannot sit in a cycle, already learn to bicycle, isn't it? First you have to sit on the bicycle. You will fall certain times, you will lose your balance many times, and then you will get your balancing act, isn't it? So in the same way, you cannot learn swimming before you enter the water. You have to enter the water first and then learn the techniques and everything to swim. So it's the same thing. If you say I'm lazy and because of the laziness I'm not able to do service, it's not going to happen. You have to get into it. You have to do seva, service, and then with that, when you start doing service, that joy of serving others will take over, and that slowly the laziness will go away. So okay, so let us start.
Okay, well, the next question is how to feel connected to Guru again.
You don't need to feel the connection. The connection is already there, isn't it? At times we are able to see the sun, and at times we are not able to see the sun. But does it mean that the sun does not exist? Does it mean that the earth is not connected to the sun? No, at every moment of time, the earth is connected to the sun, and that is why you are also connected to the sun. In the same way, sometimes we may feel there is a connection, and sometimes we may not feel there is a connection. But this connection to the Guru is beyond what we feel. It is always there. So there is no question. This question does not exist. How do I feel to him connected again? The connection is there. Probably it's just a night time, and you're not able to see it. That's all.
Great. Thank you. Next question is how much time does it take for the impression on the mind to get washed away? Can it be measured?
No, it cannot be measured. You have to do your sadhana, seva, satsang, and sometimes it can happen in a flash, and sometimes it might take many, many years. We really don't know. And if there is a time frame in our mind, then be assured that it is not going to go. Okay. See, the nature of the mind is whatever you resist in the mind, it is going to persist. So if you say, I don't want a particular thought or an emotion or a memory, the more you say, I don't want it, that much more you will be bothered by it. As a small exercise now, we can all choose one particular thought we don't want. For example, you can choose a thought, I don't want to think of a monkey. And close your eyes and see whether that monkey comes or not. Or whatever you have chosen. Isn't it? So your choice also, you chose a particular thought not to come, and yet it comes. So it's the same thing with everything else in life. So just relax. And Gurudev says, the only way to get rid of karma is through grace. Grace of the Master, grace of God, it will go away. So till that time, just let it be there. When the grace wants it, it will take away. Till that time, just be in a sense of surrender and move on with life. Okay.
Thank you. Next question is how to get back the spirit in.
Yeah, if you feel you're not enthusiastic and energetic, then it is time to do an advanced meditation program. And if you have not done an advanced happiness program, then start with a happiness program first. So repeat your happiness program, repeat an advanced meditation program, and the spirit will be right back. You don't have to do anything but to enroll for a program like this. That's all.
The next question is when I hear praises of others, I feel constricted. I want to pull them down. I don't agree with the praise. How to become more positive and feel one with the goodness of others?
See, positive, negative, feeling one, the more we desire it, the more it will not happen. Just relax. As I told you, as you are connected to the Guru, the connection is always there. The connection to everything good in life is always there. Sometimes we experience it, sometimes we don't experience it. And everything happens for the best. Even problems come for the best. Every time we face a problem in our life, our strength increases, our skills increase, our capabilities increase. And when we have more capabilities, we are able to handle bigger responsibilities, isn't it? So that is what we say, opposite values are complementary. The negative, if you wish the negative is not there, then the positive will also not be there. And to understand, to have positive in life, the negative also has to be there. For us to move now, if you understand science, for us to move, there has to be little friction also. Only that friction makes forward movement possible. If there is no friction, you will be stuck to one place, like when we are walking on ice. We keep on slipping and slipping and slipping. So movement does not happen there. Little friction is required for us to move forward. So this whole world is full of opposite. So all this negative, positive, just relax and be. And allow, the divine has given us this life, and the divine knows what we should experience at what moment of time. Go through that experience. I'm not saying don't do anything about it. Go through that experience and give your 100% what you feel is right at that moment of time. But don't deny or suppress any thought or feeling. Just let it be there and move on.
The next question is, please tell me about attachment and detachment.
Yeah, when life is bothering you, that is the time to practice detachment. And when you're all fresh and energetic and roaring to go, then it is time to be attached. Okay. So attachment gives you a sense of direction, a sense of purpose in life, and detachment makes you rest and relaxed. Hmm. So both are required. Hmm. So night time is time to be detached. If you are attached to the world during night time, you will not be able to sleep. And in the daytime, when you are all fresh in this, you cannot say, oh, let everything happen. That is a time to act. And that time attachment is necessary. So that is what Gurudev says, attached detachment or detached attachment. Both are required. Whichever way you see it.
Okay. Thank you, Bhaiya. The next question is, Guruji always says that look at life like a dream, past, present, both. Then is life truth or a lie? जीवन सत्य है या एक झूठ?
It's really, the answer is similar to the last answer only. When life is bothering you, we are troubled by it, then it is best to see it as a dream. Best to see it as a lie, that it does not exist. And when you are enjoying life, it's best to see that it is true. Usually our experience is opposite, exact opposite. All the negative and bad things, we treat that as a true, and all good which has happened appears to us like a dream, isn't it? But reversing that, seeing whatever is good as true and seeing whatever is not so good as undesirable and as a lie, as a dream, isn't it? And that is why we are here for meditation, pranayam, sudarshan kriya, connected to a guru, the grace. All that helps us come to this state.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Next question is, how to overcome fear or doubt taking any kind of decision?
See, there are two types of people, one who are weak and the others who are strong. The weak think about whether my decision is going to be right or wrong, or how am I going to, how am I going to make it possible. So this is the sign of a weak person. A strong person says, no matter what I decide, I will make it a success. I will work hard. Even if I go wrong, I will overcome all the difficulties in my life and achieve what I need to achieve. And just wake up. Look at where you are. Look at the point of time you are in your life. There are millions of people who are doing much better than you, and millions of people have solved the same problems which you think are a big problem for you. So you're not even doing path breaking stuff, to say that I don't know what decisions I have to take. People have taken a decision left also, and people have taken a decision right also, and both ways millions of people have made it possible to achieve whatever they wanted to. So there are multiple ways, and it's all about capability. It's not about what decisions you take or make. It's about what you do about it and what is the strength you have. And we are here in Art of Living to increase the strength and capability, so that no matter what, it doesn't matter what decision I take. Even if somebody else decides, I can still make myself a success. So let my boss decide, let my colleagues decide, doesn't matter. I will still make it a success and make it favorable for me. I'm not saying just make it favorable success and make it favorable for them, but if I have the capability, I will make it favorable for me also, no matter what happens in life. Isn't it? That is what creating a win-win situation. That is an art, and that is why we call it art of living, where the other person also wins and we also win.
Okay.
Good.
And there was one question, I think you answered it, but I'll ask it just in case. How to be dispassionate when you're stuck in events? And there's another question. It says, I have no interest in to do anything. How to gain the interest in life?
Yeah, if you don't have interest, come to an art of living program. And if you're stuck also, and if you're not able to implement dispassion, doesn't matter, come. Either you come to a happiness program or come to an advanced program. And either ways, you will experience a little relief, sense of direction, and you build it up from there. And again, it's again a point of view. See, it's not that we don't have interest in life at all. In certain aspects of life, we have a lot of interest, and in certain aspects of life, we don't have interest at all. So if we start looking at those aspects of life where we have interest, then we will start saying, I'm interested, I'm interested. And when we say, I'm interested, automatically your energy levels start shooting up. And when your energy level is high, then whatever you're disinterested in will also start appearing to be interesting. Okay, so it is all about building your energy levels. So our programs also help you build up that, and having that perspective, that attitude. Doesn't matter. Some places I don't have that interest. I will keep it aside for some time. I will work with what I can. Where I have interest, that will give you enthusiasm, and then you will pick up, automatically you will pick up things which bother you, where you don't feel interested. Okay.
Thank you, Bhaiya. There's one more question. How to cultivate discipline?
Nobody else can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. Now you are a grown up. When we were a small baby, 3-4 year old, our parents disciplined us. They scolded us. They sometimes shouted at us, and sometimes we might have got 1 or 2 smacks also. But all that forced us to become disciplined. Now we are grown up. Our parents are not going to play that role anymore, and we have to play that role of a parent for ourselves. So punish yourself. Say, if I don't follow this discipline, I will not eat my food. I will not go for a movie. I will not talk to my friend till I do this. And that is how discipline comes, isn't it? And you have to take it upon your head. No matter what ideas and tricks I give you, it's not going to work, because if you don't want it to work, it will not work. And if you want it to work, nobody else can stop you also from doing what you want to do. Okay.
Thank you, Bhaiya. There's another question. Bhaiya, can you please talk on? And it says, like I see my past memories, just normal ones, like I'm seeing my old house when I was 7 years old, or seeing a road, very random memory. And I'm not sure what exactly the question is, but it stops. In meditation.
Yeah, in meditation, all these memories coming up is good. Don't worry. It's fine.
Okay. And there's one more question. Weight is gaining. Weight is gaining in lockdown. Please guide.
Yeah, do some yoga. There are lots of online Shishi Yoga Level 1 programs happening. Come and do an advanced course. At least lose the mental weight. Physical weight will then go down. When you're light and happy, you'll become more enthusiastic. You will do more things in your day-to-day life, and probably you'll lose your physical weight also. And eat less, watch less television, go for walks. Even in lockdown, you can still go for walks. If nothing, walk in your house, do up and down, do some push-ups, do some squats, do some crunches. All that is possible, but you have to do it. There are thousands of ways which you also know, but it's just that you're lazy, that's all. That is why weight is gaining.
Okay. All right. Well, the next question is, whenever we try to do something good, why do we face obstacles on the path?
See, obstacles are going to happen. And without obstacles, things don't work out. Now, if you want a promotion, then you have to have the ability to handle bigger and more problems. Only then you can get a promotion. Your boss is handling bigger problems than you, and your boss is handling more problems than you. Then that is why he's in that position. So if you say, I don't want problems, I don't want hurdles, then progress is not going to happen. And that progress will happen only willingly when you are able to face all the hurdles and this. And that is how you get promoted in life also, whether it is in job or anywhere else. You have to face problems. That is part of life. Arjuna did not want to face any problems. That is why he did not want to fight the war. And the whole message of Bhagavad Gita, in different ways, Krishna tells, For this reason, you have to fight the war. For this reason, you have to perform. So I'm not saying pick up the gun and fight a war, but whatever you're doing in life, your hurdles is also a war for you. Okay. So with that enthusiasm and joy, face it and move on in life. What is that? Be strong. Only the weak get scared of the hurdles. The strong say, no matter what hurdle comes, I'm going to overcome it. For an elephant, nothing is a hurdle. Nothing is a hurdle. It will break any wall, uproot any tree, put it aside and move on. And you also have that strength. Our human mind is very, very strong, can be very strong. So if you say, I let the hurdles be there, I'm just going to overcome it. And you'll find it that in no time you have overcome it and you can move on in life. Okay. So one last question, Dhruv.
Okay. I'll take it from the audience. It says, I have fear of unknown. Like someone will judge me, insult me, they hate me.
See, till now, so many people have already done all these things to you. So many people have insulted you. So many people have hated you. And so many people have judged you. Isn't it? And in spite of that, your life has continued. Sometimes when they insulted you, you thought it was the end of the world. But what happened? You forgot the insult and you moved on. You grew out of it. So even if in future they do all these things, it will not last. So when you recognize that this is not going to last, whatever people do to you, then you become free. Let them what they want to do. Let them do it. What is there? Again, for an elephant, small flies cannot do anything to the elephant. There's a small story Gurudev would say. There was a small fly which was living near one of the legs of the elephant for many days, and the poor elephant was not even aware that the fly was living near its leg. And one day the fly got very angry and upset with the elephant and said, I'm very angry, upset, I'm going to leave you and go. And at that moment of time, the elephant moved its legs a little, and little dust from below its feet rose. And the fly thought, see, because I decided to leave the elephant is upset, and now he has to face this dust storm. Poor elephant did not even know a fly existed. Isn't it? In the same way, why are you giving importance to these flies? All these people who insult you, judge you, all this, their value is not more than a fly. And you are the elephant. Don't give too much importance to all these people. Just ignore and move on in life. What is there? How many? Why are you going? Why do you want to control yourself because they are going to insult you? Tell them, you insult me as much as you want to, and I'm still going to do what I want to. Have that strength in your mind. Have that strength in that confidence with you that no matter what people do to you, you can still come out trumps. You can still be a winner. Okay. So lovely questions, Dhruv. This time, a lot of people are showing interest also with such beautiful and nice questions. And thank you. I also thank the audience for asking such wonderful questions. We will have another session of Keeping It Simple with Prashant Rajore next week. Your patronage and your attendance increases our will to do better and better every time. So you keep it coming and we keep on going. Any concluding comments before we end, Dhruv?
No, Bhaiya, please send your questions to me directly on Facebook or Instagram, and hope to see you next week. Thank you.
Yeah, so hope to see you next week. Goodbye and take care. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.